once by any means, Lord. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. A real bad man just makes his own decisions. He don't need anyone, he only needs God. You ain't no bad man, boy, now. You ain't no bad man. So, sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people. I'm wicked and evil, whoa. So, sit down, rock back. Big man look for a walk. You're too damn evil. If they distress my people, let fire go burn them. Fire go burn them.
I like my flag. Try something new. Jump out early to test it.
Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Still a ball even marathon. Tell me when they're fighting for. They're killing for. We don't need no war. There's no need. So tell me when they're fighting for. They're killing for. We don't need no war. I said we don't want no more. A real bad man don't go around raping women, influencing young ones to kill a boy now. He ain't no bad man, boy now. He ain't no bad man. A real bad man wants to whatever he wants, and he don't need no gun. He's full of joy now. That's a bad man soldier. He ain't no bad man. So sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people. I'm wicked and evil. So sit down, rock back. Big man look for a walk. You're too damn evil. If they distress my people, then fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Still a ball when marathon. Me when they're fighting for. Killing for. We don't need no war. Don't need. So tell me when they're fighting for. Killing for. We don't need no war.
Share it up, people. Share the video. 26th of February, 2018.
Welcome to the place. All the top of this race. Race to the function, race to the mass camp, racing to belt some ways. There's an island down in the south by the Rio Como. Funk and fire, doom and desire. What place I'm talking about? Talking about Trinidad. We have the goods and the bad. Welcome to Trinidad, where half the country mad. Talking about TDO, Bacchanal, that's the way we flow. Shots with fire, waste with bread, when we hear a soul calypso. If you come by playing with a lie, or by a boat the coast guard and sea. This ain't no mama guy, this is the land of the free is free. So come on down, join the Lego. This is lawless, not Trinity. So bend back and start the bubble. All of we is one family.
Tell them.
Talking about Trinidad, we have the goods and the bad. Welcome to Trinidad, where half the country mad. Talking about TVO, Bacchanal, that's the way we flow. Shots with fire, waste with bread, when we hear a soul calypso. Friends and building his partners, we have we own reality. Down here, one and one could be 11. That's the culture you see. So hold on for the ride of your life. Who knows what's around the bend? And if you're feeling some hesitation, remember
Shyness and rum is friend.
Hold on, talking about Trinidad. We have the goods and the bad. Talking about Trinidad, where half the country mad. Talking about TDO, Bacchanal, that's the way we flow. Shots will fire, waste will dead, when we hear a soul calypso.
It is 8 o'clock on the dot. We came in early because we wanted to try out the new flag. What did you all think about the flag as a as an entrance. What you thought about that? Eh? Anyway, to all the people that want to WhatsApp and message at 8 o'clock, seriously, arithmetic people, but stick up in. You could message me after. Let's get down into the bacchanal now. Where the truth lies. Hey, boy, Phillip, you ain't playing now. Where the truth lies. I'll ever hear that. Where the truth lies. I want to read it. I find the thing, the right thing. The right thing. I find it on the Balize website. This, after he told the story of a man called Winston Ali, who in 1991 gave up his profession to run for the Caroni Central seat on a People's National Movement PNM ticket, however, did not win. Rowley claimed that PNM government ministers and MPs were afraid to find a job for Ali because they were afraid of what the opposition would say. You hear lie? That is lie. He said, Ali later killed himself and his family after failing to find a job. This is the kind of jackasses that the PNM will put to run for Member of Parliament. And I want to run through the whole list because, Rowley, if you're ally, you're showing your shit snake colors. You pick an insane man to run for Member of Parliament because he can't get a job. He killed his whole family and himself. And you put that blame on everybody else. Kid Rowley, you're a madman. You're a madman. I keep telling Trinidad and Tobago, we have a madman at the helm. You tell La Hoqueta Talparo that because Ali couldn't find a job and PNM was afraid to help him find a job, he killed his family and himself. What kind of jackass you will make, Kid Rowley? How is that an example to anybody? I, Philip Edward Alexander, in 1999, lost everything. I tell you, a boy fall from higher. I was high. I was well established. So when I fall low. 1999. My name was Mud. I couldn't do nothing. Couldn't catch myself. Couldn't make a note. I lose everything. I end up sleeping on a couch by a partner, on a ground by a family. I tell you, I lose every, my son was 5 years old. And I lose everything in the world. Start over. Your boy trying to tread water. I ain't thinking about starting over. Nothing. Watch me now. I have a partner named Marlon Eskai. He was going through his own suffering at the time. And you see, there have a couple of people. Robert Amar, Marlon Eskai, Anthony Robertson. In fact, the whole Robertson family. Allison, Tony, the whole mother, father, everybody. Father just died, rest in peace. Sir, the commander. Anyway. At that point in my life, I mean, Paulo Kernahan had the morning show. Shelley Das was his assistant. I was the chief operating officer of the Millennium Exposition and World's Fair, and it collapsed. And I had everything invested. I lost everything. And there were some big puppies involved too. I ain't calling nobody's name yet. But I'm just telling you, I, Philip Edward Alexander, I lost everything. And me and Marlon, boy, I remember 3 days, me and Marlon went without food at all. We couldn't find nothing to eat. I used to be walking in Hilo Grocery, and an old Chinese man tell me, boy, fella, Paulo Kernahan waiting for you to come on the TV. Talk about humiliation, embarrassment, ridicule, hunger, frustration, self-pity. Not one time did I think, kill myself. Not one time. Because I knew when you're playing big stakes poker, if you bet all and you win all, you're well. And if you bet all and you lose all, partner, yes, man, take your jam and start over. Take my jam and start over. And I'm telling you this story, and we can go into it in depth if ever you meet me in person and you want to buy me a beer. Hard work, and I turned my life around. But when Kid Rowley lied, he went up there with 2 lies, 2 lies, armed with 2 lies, because Kid Rowley had nothing to say to the people of La Hoqueta Talparo. Nothing to say. Nothing at all to say. people. I put up a picture yesterday of the road to La Joqueta collapsed. A whole lane gone. A whole lane gone. They have one lane and then catastrophe. And when you look down into the collapsed road, bush growing in what left of the pitch that was the road. So you know that it happened last week. That there a while. People sending me pictures of the water that flowing through the tap. And somebody say, when you're going shopping now and they give you a palette to choose colors, there is a color called Wassa Brown. You all know Rolls Royce have a color called Munan Yellow. Munan had buy so much Rolls Royce from Rolls Royce that they told him, the salesman who told Munan, sir, we don't paint Rolls Royces in yellow. He said, well, I'll go and buy something. And they fire that salesman and they bring back Munan and they created a color for him called Munan Yellow. Check Rolls Royce, you will see. Anyway, Wassa have created their own color, Wassa Brown. So people showing me water flowing through the taps, Wassa Brown. And stunt artist himself, Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabgaroli, the first black Syrian, went up La Joqueta to stunt. And he thought he'd get away. He went to bust mark after mark. And he thought he'd get away. He thought that would have dominated the conversation, like grooming and pasture and cat and all this foolishness that comes out his mouth when he opens that fetid orifice in the middle of his ugly face. And people tell me, do not call Keith Rowley ugly. Why? Am I insulting ugly people? Keith Rowley ugly, you don't own that. Anyway, joke and fun aside, come back to this. You go to tell the people of La Joqueta Talparo that the only reason you and your cabinet thief $2.5 million because you thief it. You don't have the authority to spend it, and I will tell you, the law is clear. The law is clear. The law states that you as a minister and a member or a member of parliament are entitled to free health care in all of the health institutions that Trinidad and Tobago offers. If your affliction is not one of those that is covered in the free healthcare system, the regional health authorities, it actually states that you can benefit in a private hospital within Trinidad and Tobago. So it says all of that. From the moment Mugabe snatched up Maxi and sent him abroad, that was on Mugabe dime and Maxi dime. That was never for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Keith Rowley, you steal that money. And Keith Rowley, you have to put that money back, and the Commissioner of Police have to charge you, Faris, Stuart Young, Colm, all who was in that cabinet who agreed to thief that money. The Commissioner of Police have to charge you all with theft. The same Commissioner of Police who have to go and charge Chinley with interfering with a police officer in the conduct of her duty and trying to interfere with an investigation. But come back to you, Mugabe, you Sabga Rowley, the first black Syrian. You're a liar. You're a double-tongued deceiver. Your mouth is a curse to this land. You went up there to tell the people of La Joqueta Talparo a tall tale about a man named Winston Ali that he paid them without doing due diligence to see if this man had psychological illnesses or if he was fit, like Maxi is not fit for office. This man Winston Ali wasn't fit for office. You trying to tell me that you can't get a job, so you go home and kill your family and kill yourself and keep Rowley using that as an example? This man is a madman, a complete and utter madman. And this is what he goes on to say. Rowley, in defending government's expenditure on the medical bills of the La Joqueta Talparo MP, said he took a decision on that day to do what he thinks is right. What would you have done, Keith, for this madman? Would you have minded this madman? Would you have paid his family bills? Because there are a lot of families in this country that killing themselves. They can't get work. Why you don't want to do the right thing by them? Why is just Maxi? And I took a decision that day when the news came to me of what happened to Winston and his family. I took a decision that I will always do what I believe is right, and I don't care who says it is wrong. Well, I telling you, you're stunting jackass. Not only it wrong, it's illegal. But the point I want to take you apart on is what you believe. Because you're a madman. And obviously obviously you're seeing shadows because what you believe is wrong. And nobody sent you in the People's House of Representatives, in the Parliament. The Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago does not have a clause that says all of these are the laws plus what Keith Rowley believes. It doesn't say that, Keith. There are laws. Where is the Chief Justice? Where's the Director of Public Prosecutions? Where is the Law Association? Where's Israel Khan? Where's Afra Raymond? Where's David Abdullah? Where's Peter George and Gregory White who come in to make a pact with Trinidad and Tobago? Where's Catherine Stallmeyer White? All your 1% party. Where are you all on this? Because your Prime Minister has stolen $2.5 million. Somebody said the opposition did. All I noticed, I ain't called Kamla, Munilal, Suruj. I call their name. The Progressive Empowerment Party is this country's de facto opposition. In fact, fire Kamla and start to pay us the salaries because we need the money. We doing the work. Keith Rowley, you end up in La Hoqueta Talparo because I, Phillip Edward Alexander, sent you there. You wasn't wiggling free. You sent all your liars, deceivers, and detractors, Siochung Farris and Fitzgerald Hines, and they couldn't get away. They couldn't get away. No matter how much lies and lies and lies you tried to construct, that man coming back since November, then December, then January, then February. We reach Easter. We reach Easter. Everybody know Maxi Coffee traveling itinerary except Maxi Coffee. You're playing the ass with people. He say, I don't care who says it is wrong. I want to tell you who says it is wrong, Keith Rowley. The laws of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Commissioner of Police, Mr. Acting Commissioner of Police, prove the nation wrong that you are not stunting also. Prove the nation wrong that you can't do nothing to no politician because you're afraid to bust your throat and take away your pension. Prove the nation wrong, Mr. Commissioner of Police, there's a separation of powers. Mr. Commissioner of Police, you need to ask of the Prime Minister and his cabinet on what authority did you pick up the people's $2.5 million and spend it on Maxi Coffee? And he has to answer. Mr. Director of Public Prosecutions, you have to ask a question of the Prime Minister. Mr. Chief Justice, somebody asked me if the Prime Minister can't be impeached. He has to be. We have to fire this man. And that is my mission now. Keith Rowley cannot be trusted with the Parliament. Keith Rowley cannot be trusted with the government. Keith Rowley and his henchmen lied to the Speaker of the House, brought the Speaker into odium, brought the entire House of Representatives into disrepute. Keith Rowley and his band of malcontents and never-do-wells, what they did is created a grand conspiracy of lies and deceit for a dead man. Maxi Coffee, if he's still drawing breath on this earth, he is functionally dead. Maxi Coffee will never qualify for a fit-for-work certificate, and every salary that he has drawn since September 2017 is theft. You all are conspiring to steal money and lie to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Stuart Young lied to the people. Stuart Young called a press conference on behalf of the government and lied to the media. And the media, full of shit they are. You all realize that from the time a journalist fall out to the media, the first thing they do is add Phillip Alexander as a friend. Because they know there are two places. Reality and media world. But stick up in. We'll come back to that. We're coming back to that. We're never letting them go. My good friend Daniel asked me why me and Hema at war. Hema was my friend. I don't want to deal with no stunting jackasses. Hema had a job to do. We forgave Hema when she says she no longer with Jack Warner. She's a journalist now. We expected that she would have been the one to grasp ethics and hold on to the tightest. But when you're for sale, you're for sale. And you will dance. What it is, the private dancer, what it is Tina Turner say? Only blowing up my phone with messages. Come now. Can't answer. I'm just checking to make sure everything copacetic in this mad land we living in. Anyway, there has to be a consequence to this first thing. To this first thing, because, listen, if the cabinet of the government, the inner circle, the sanctum sanctorum, if that defrauded the House of Representatives and made a mess of the Parliament, we're in trouble. Deep, dark, and murky water. You cannot trust the government. You cannot trust your government. What are you to do when the people in authority go rogue, elected, guided by the Constitution, the supreme law, and they're making a mess of it? When Keith, Stuart, Farris, Colm, and whoever else sits in that inner circle decided to defraud Trinidad and Tobago, they all committed a crime. A crime of enterprise began at that moment. Where are the judges and the lawyers? Michael Kwamena, you are an officer of the court. You are sworn to certain ethics and you are supposed to be able to go to your client, Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, and tell him as an officer of the courts of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago that he has committed crimes. Michael Kwamena, why aren't you doing that? Every judge in this country, the president, his excellency, the integrity commission, where are they? Where are these people tonight? You know where they are? All of them, clinking glasses, liming together. And they know, you want to know what is fruit of the poison tree? On March the 10th, the 1%ers launching a party. Remember Peter George Sr., who told the nation, he told Anthony Baudet, do you remember the olive oil drizzling lime? Remember when Mario Sabga told the nation, we is the most powerful? Well, they come in to test the power. They open up, they forming a party. And I will give them no rest. I see Gregory White publish a letter in The Guardian today. And people post the letter in our page, Progressive Empowerment Party, because Gregory White typed Progressive Empowerment Party rhetoric. And I'll tell you why I say it so. Because Gregory White is a serial writer to the letters to the editor. And I'm going to hang him on the petard of his own writings because he has never written words like that. It is I, and I am not trying to do this for arrogance or narcissism, but I know the deception of the PNM and the UNC, and they're going to send these B teams and C teams to distract you from your only real chance. When they realize 87% of the population say they want neither the PNM or UNC, they come in to bring it with a different name. So when Mariano Brown and Conrad Enel and Louis Leasing, and when them jump in a new party, that is, everybody say, old wine, new skin. The same old sour wine. Nothing new there. All of them who had office before, what did you do with your time? I, without office, solved the Diego Martin traffic crisis. I used to drop my son to school and pick him up every afternoon and coming home to Diego Martin. Those of you who live in the West, remember back to a time before the Diego Martin bypass was built. Remember back to a time when we used to sit down in traffic from Movie Town for 3 and 4 hours an afternoon to get to Diego Martin because everything trying to pass Four Roads gas station, and if somebody sneezed there, that is it, traffic back up to town. And it is I that stand up and all of they can't hide it because all of the information there. Jack Warner was the Minister of Works. Me and Jack Warner was never friends. We wasn't friends then. We wasn't friends before. We're not friends now. But he was the Minister of Works. And I had to tip my hat to him because he did the job. He agreed to do it for Diego Martin. At that time we had a committee called the Diego Martin Development Committee. And we went there and proposed to them the Diego Martin bypass, which now, today, when you're going home to Diego Martin in the evening, if you see traffic by Four Roads, you're there for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Coming out of Diego Martin, and I want to tell you this, the second part of the project Jack was fired, Suruj came, Suruj stunted. Suruj just wanted to cut ribbon for things he didn't open. He wanted to open road he didn't build. He didn't design, he didn't know anything about it. Coming out of Diego Martin, all the people who live in Diego Martin, who are in traffic every morning, Colm Imbert, Rumpaman, and Keith Rowley are the 3 members of Parliament for Diego Martin. I want to tell you all something right now. The same Gregory White who come into form pact, they own a company that is manufacture sweet sauce for in sweet drink and pennacool and thing right before Mohammed's Hardware by Cocorite Hospital. It was that company that had paid the whole Bay red when one of their workers had dumped all the chemicals down the drain and had made the whole of the West red, and people thought God was coming. Anyway, just before that building where they make that sweet sauce, all of the pavement that is there could be moved back 10 feet and release. Let me tell you, all you need is a backhoe, some masons, and a barber green, because the lane already there. What happens is, Westmoreland and Carnage comes out 2 lanes that Suruj make into one, which was a piece of madness by itself. And Diego Martin, PT Valley, comes out in 4 lanes that have to quickly become 3, then they have to become 2. And those 2 meet Westmoreland's Carnage 2, and they, all that bacchanal have to become 3 lanes right there. That doesn't have to happen. Because if you rock everybody over left 1 lane, and the people in Diego Martin, when you're coming out of Diego Martin tomorrow, look left, right after Powder Magazine, that pavement, that piece of sidewalk from there to the hospital must be 200 meters. Just break that pavement, shift everything back 10 feet, pave the road. You could build back a sidewalk, but nobody will be walking there. But you could build back a sidewalk, because once you reach Cocorite Hospital, the road wide again and everybody good to go. The traffic coming out of Diego Martin would end. But Colm Imbert don't want that traffic to end. Colm Imbert got vexed when I solved this Diego Martin traffic going in, because Colm wanted to dig a tunnel through Cocorite. Colm's solution always must cost 500 million and $1 billion, so PNM financiers and PNM members of parliament and PNM ministers could share the money. You see, when you tell them the solution to the Maraval traffic, all you need is a backhoe and some one-way signs. Coming out of Saddle Road, Long Circular, Bossier Village, through Ellerslie Park, through Federation Park, right, that whole top of Long Circular right there, make that one big roundabout. There's a smaller roundabout than the Savannah. But there's 2 lanes coming out of Maraval that have the same effect of the bypass to Diego Martin. Traffic done. Traffic done. So if you want to go Maraval, you have to go 2 lanes via Long Circular Mall. If you're coming out, 2 lanes via Bossier Village. So that if somebody stops, the whole world don't stop. But they don't want those kind of solutions. They want megabucks solutions. They want $100 million solutions. But I wanted to put that in to show you, and we get caught in this side street, because I wanted you to understand, I have never had public office. And I have done more for the people of Diego Martin than Colm, Keith, and now, well, Rumpaman just arrived. He and Amory seat, who was in Valley seat, and that whole bacchanal with Diego Martin Central. But Diego Martin's West, Northeast, and Central have control of that. Ask them why they've never done anything for the people of Diego Martin. And the people of Diego Martin so foolish. They keep voting these jackasses back. This jackass, Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabgaroli, is taking 32 years to build a fish market, but could rape the Aripo forest in 6 months. I had the documents. It was sent to me in a brown envelope. We sent it to the UNC. I said, I'm dealing with this. My hands full. And it ended up with Gregory Aboud. These people, when you read what they did, I mean, you could ask Suzette Lower. We read that together and she couldn't believe. And you could ask her what these people did, the machinations it took to get past the laws of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago to facilitate them raping that forest. Do you think they're easy? You could rape a forest in 6 months. You could finish $1 billion stadium, find an next $200 million to pressure wash and give your partner Brian Lara space to stunt. But you can't finish a little $30 million fish market for the people of Carnage from Diego Martin West who put you in the parliament to represent them. Keith Rowley, you're a madman. But let me go back to this. Because you cannot tell the nation that you make yourself dictator for life, that the laws of the republic do apply to you. You cannot tell the people of La Joqueta Talparo that this is some mercy mission, taking $2.5 million from that the cabinet didn't have the authority to spend and spend it on Maxi. Because they were little children. You and Kamla and Coleman Munilal and all your fight for Adkan and Dial Singh and talk a crocus bag of ass, and little children died. Waiting for children's life fund. You couldn't scramble and do the right thing there, Keith. That wasn't the right thing to do. Why the only right thing here was Maxi Coffee? And why is the media leaving it alone? Why is the media giving Keith Rowley a pass? Is it that the media is just a waste of time? Is it that the media in Trinidad and Tobago is not really media, but they play it on TV? Kamal, Goldali, Desha, Fazir, Hema, stunters? That's their work? To stunt and fool you, read bullshit from the government, sanitize nonsense, and make you believe that that is the truth? Why not one of the people in the media has taken the Prime Minister to task on the issue? Why did it take us fighting for 6 months to get him to even admit that Maxi Coffee was sick beyond repair? Keith Rowley admitted to the nation in his press conference that he never spoke to Maxi, that he doesn't know his condition, that they relied on family members to dictate who would be spending $2.5 million that they didn't have the right to receive and the government didn't have the authority to spend. If you have a government in power that is capable of justifying theft, and the authorities and the systems in place do not act on the people's behalf, we're in deep, dark, and murky waters. It is time to shut this country down and fire all of them. Fire commissioner, fire DPP, fire president, fire chief justice, fire all. It is time to undo and redo Trinidad and Tobago. It is time to fire the Integrity Commission chairman. It is time to reboot the republic. It is time to put systems in place so that no prime minister could take it upon himself and pick up money, whatever stunting excuse he wants to give for why he and his cabinet colleagues stole the money. And there not be some organization, some watchdog, some safeguard, some mechanism to protect the people of Trinidad and Tobago from their government. Today, the conversation in Florida is the sheriff of Broward County must resign. You see, in America, all the Trump talk, all they want to talk. Trump know his hands and foot tied. America has so much government. America has so much rules. Trump is limited. The President of the United States is allowed to declare war and wage war for 21 days. And if Congress do not agree with that act, they can impeach him. Because if Congress has the numbers to stop the president's war, the Congress has the numbers to fire the president. In this banana republic, our leaders could do what the hell they like. The people of Broward County not resting. In America, there is a saying, a clusterfuck of such epic proportions, somebody has to be to blame. You see, they take the government seriously. And when the people stand up, governments tremble. Because the people have the power, and the people know their power. in the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land, 500 people were murdered last year. 14 dead in Broward, 500 murdered in Trinidad. That's so common. We so anesthetized and numb. 2 fellas painting a building in town on Sunday. One get gunned down, his body on the ground, he bleeding into the drain, and the partner continue painting. The show goes on. In Trinidad, life cheap, murder common as grass, and your prime minister, a jackass of epic proportions, went to La Hoqueta Talparo with a new email gate stunt. He went to send a ripple. It was supposed to cause a tremor. We were supposed to get distracted. You hear the man say the UNCT for $500 million, boy. He have evidence. Today's Monday. Has any news agency carried that acting on the evidence provided to the police by the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, certain ministers of the former government were arrested? Where was that piece of news? Hema, Fazir, Golali, Kamal, Desha, only talk what the Prime Minister say. But when a Prime Minister say that he have evidence, that a government before, that a minister before, he has evidence that the man before thief $500 million. How that story could dead? How is that not 24-hour news cycle? In this papi show land, our media is a papi show. In this papi show land, our government is a papi show. In this papi show land, we have no justice. We have no law enforcement. Jail and crime is for small people. They have nobody in this country with the authority to go and take the Prime Minister to task for those 2 lies. And he lied. And he should be impeached. He should be fired. He should be strapped to a rail, painted with tar, feathered, and ridden out of town. This is not a real country. We don't even play one on TV. Just now CNN and Yahoo and them will get fed up and we will be terror threat. This is the only country in the world where terrorists just give all their heads up. Miss me with that bullshit. The very nature of terror is to strike without warning. But what is happening in this country is government is using rumors of terror to terrorize the nation. And Trinidadians not even taking that on. Somebody posted on my wall, because I'm having the conversation, I say, since when terrorists give a heads up? And Limoy Chen said, movie town packed. I asked, well, police had to be checking cars, they had to be roadblocks, they had to be checking bags. If there's a suspected terror threat and they have a place where they have 20,000 Trinidadians, that is a place to watch. But it exposes the bullshit too easily. The media's job, you see, the PNM and the UNC to some extent have 2 plays. Feed the people bullshit through the existing media and use their paid talking heads, Dane Wilson, Inshana Ishmael, Rhoda Barrett, to assassinate characters. But them fail, them collapse. Them in a mess. Them looking right now for resuscitation like Maxi. It escalate. They escalate the PEP and Phillip Alexander to Camille. They escalated to Fitzgerald. And when Daniel asked me why I vex with Hema Ramkisoon knows that there is something called equal time in politics, that she has a responsibility to this nation. If Fitzgerald Hines comes on your show and attacks the political leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party, you have a responsibility, if not to invite me on your show, call me on the phone. Say, this is what Fitzy say. So that your same audience would benefit from both sides of the coin. But you didn't do that, Hema. Begging the question, do you not know how journalism works? Or do you not care? And why would you not care? Are you just ignorant to reality and a failed journalist? Or are you singing for your supper? Are you looking for somebody else to buy your next Mercedes-Benz? And I'm damn vexed with you. Because every time you all do this and set us back an inch, we have to claw our way forward. We don't have no drug lord money. We don't have no fake 1% money. We don't have no money launderer money. Every cent we have that we spend, we count that money 5 times before we spend it. So when you do that, when you act against us, you act against the people. Because the 87% of the people that want nothing to do with the PNM and the UNC don't want Sabga News Network and Massa Media fronting for them. When people turn on the news, they want the truth. They want the truth. And when you, Hamer, 1 week later, realized that Fitzgerald Hines was caught lying on your station, when you, Hamer, had to rebroadcast, Hamer, that the Prime Minister contradicted in his press conference what you allowed Fitzgerald Hines to say on your station, you had a duty equal time. But you did not. You abused the privilege of media. You used journalistic opportunity to attack the people. You weren't representing truth to the people. That is lie by another name. That, Hamer, means that you are paid to lie. When you conspire to deceive, you are part of the lie. And now, in Trinidad and Tobago, we know without a shadow of a doubt that our media broadcasts fake news. Our official media, forget Fox, MSNBC, forget all that talk. In Trinidad and Tobago, there are 2 stations, CNC3, TV6, and they are broadcasting fake news. You cannot trust the government, and now you cannot trust the media. We in deep, dark, and murky water. This after he told a story of a man called Winston Ali who in 1991 gave up his profession. What was his profession, Keith Rowley? If I was in the media, the man had a profession that he gave up to run for the County Central seat on a People's National Movement ticket. Did he do that altruistically or was he screened? Was he a member of the PNM? Were you all friendly with him? Did you know him well? Were you familiar with him? However, he did not win. What was the profession that he gave up that he couldn't go back to? Rowley claimed that PNM government ministers and MPs were afraid to find a job for Ali. Why would you need to find a job for Ali if he had a profession that he could give up? Because they were afraid of what the opposition would say. Since when did PNM ever care about what the opposition say? PNM has been a denizen of deceit from the time the Union Jack was lowered and the red, white, and black was raised. Eric Williams used the bully pulpit of government and parliament to deceive Trinidad and Tobago. The opposition had no say. Since when you all care? You're a liar, Keith Rowley. You are a liar, a dirty, stinking liar, a double-tongued deceiver. He said Ali later killed himself and his family. That shows you the level of lie. This man didn't know what he came there to say. Ali killed himself first. And then dead Ali killed his family after failing to secure a job. Rowley, in defending government's expenditure, that's not the word is theft. Rowley, in defending government's theft of $2.5 million of public funds to pay medical bills of Lahore Power MP, said he took a decision on that day to do what he thinks is right. And he said, and I took a decision that day, when the news came to me of what happened to Winston and his family, I took a decision that I'll always do what I believe is right. I don't care who say what is wrong. I'll tell you what, when you stand up with that kind of big stones conviction, what that means is, you don't care if they come and put state-sponsored silver bracelets on you, put them in the back of the weed-smoking van, and take you down. Because you broke the law, Keith Rowley, and then you lied about it. And Trinidad and Tobago needs to face this. that our government lies and our media lies, who are we to listen to? Who are we to listen to? The Progressive Empowerment Party will be in La Joqueta Talparo this Sunday coming, and I will be walking about. I want to go by that collapsed road. I want to go by the market. I want to go by the people who are suffering. I want to go by the bridge in Brazil that PNM and UNC fighting over. They start to build a bridge and they're playing games with people. And while you're playing games, do you know that the residents of La Joqueta Talparo were entitled to $81 billion as their share of the $720 billion spent in this country in the last 10 years? They were entitled to 141 of that money spent in their community. They're entitled to 141 of the 720 billion spent on national development over the last 12 years, or roughly just under $18 billion. But this is an example of their roads. I showed pictures. The Prime Minister went to this constituency where people have no roads and they have no water. They have no hope, they have no opportunity. Like in Talparo, they feel cast away, they feel left behind. They need help, they need representation, and them representative on life support. If that isn't a clear indication of where we are. What do we do next? People on my wall use my wall like it's media now. There are times I scroll my wall and I can't tell if it is my personal wall or if it is a news feed. I wrote this a couple months ago when I used a cover picture, and I wrote it in 2017. And when I came back to use the picture, I thought, but nothing changes in this country. There are people being led astray into crime and violence today because the state has failed in its responsibility to ensure that every creed and race finds an equal place. Many of our people are enjoying lives of quiet desperation in this magical and wealthy land. And to this day, neither the PNM nor the UNC can properly account for what has been done with the people's money. I'm reading this for you now because Gregory White published something like this in The Guardian today. Gregory, you copy and paste. Government has a role to play in the management of society, to give people hope and opportunity, to give them tools and means to access their own self-development and get out of their way. Instead, governments have re-enslaved the masses and have given them handouts and catchers, while those with the right connections bleed this nation's treasury through deals, contracts, and outright theft. This is where we enter the conversation. This is what we must interrupt and undo. The shirt and tie bandit class need to be put on the run. The people of this country must intervene now in defense of their children's future. And we must call for the election that votes out the PNM and the UNC and scatters their ignoble and obscene intentions to the four winds. It is time the people got a share in their country. It is time the oil and gas bubbling up freely out of the ground went to the development of this land and its people. We must forego tribal distractions and unite as one people under one flag, ready to stand in defense of our democracy, committed to a nation where all are equal and everyone entitled to their fair share. Join hands with your neighbors in common cause dedicated to a better Trinidad and Tobago. Look and listen critically. Judge all who seek your votes by their words and their actions. Listen to what they say. Listen also to what they do not say. Your vote is your voice, your stake and your franchise. It represents your share and it must be cast with deliberation and thought. Let us put the days of divide and rule behind us and work to put our country together again. How many different ways do we have to say that? How many different ways? What will it take to wake us up? What has to happen? What has to happen? What? Oil is now $70 a barrel. That is almost twice what the budget was predicated on. Why we've not been given an update of the income and expenditure report? Why haven't they changed their numbers to suit current realities? Why? Why? This is a serious issue. This is your Minister of Finance lying by omission. His budget was predicated on a below $40 a barrel of oil price, and the price of oil is $70. He has a duty and a responsibility to come to the nation and admit that his numbers have been adjusted to suit the new reality, and this is our new situation. But he's not doing that. And instead, they are artificially maintaining the absence of foreign exchange so that the 1%ers. You see, if you could import clothes from Amazon, you're not going in Francis Fashion Shoe Locker. If you could bring your own goods down through your courier, you're not going in PriceSmart. You're not going in Detour and wherever the local version of Radio Shack is. If you could shop online with your US dollars, you're not going and give the 1% any business. And they will shut the hell down. The busiest man in Westmall is the man who will stick them stickers on the glass to make it look like that store open but it closed. Whole day he's sticking. Whole day he's sticking the whole mall. Watch and see Westmall close down. Richard Azar will get his dream. He and his children can roller skate in Westmall. Now he said that was his dream. Go on roller skate, you jackass. Roller skate through the whole mall. Play small goal. All you who feel, all your money and all your wallet bigger than the whole country, do all your thing. Get away with it too. Do all your thing. At some point, all the pieces go back in the box. At some point, for all the power Tony Sabga had when death came, all the pieces go back in the box. We have one chance at life. And we have an opportunity to use all the abilities that we have to make this world a better place for everybody, not to ruin it. There are too many disgusting little men with big egos using their connections. Trinidad is just one big gang. The Chamber of Commerce is a gang. Rienzi Complex is a UNC gang. Balize House is a PNM gang. What going on in Nelson Street is a gang. But all them gang is the same kind of gang. Everybody together seeking their own interests at the expense of everybody else. Some use guns, but them is amateurs. The ones that using paper and pen, them know the thing. The Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago is a gang of banks that gang up against the people of Trinidad and Tobago, removed the interest paid on depositors' funds, instituted some onerous and rapacious fees that is destroying people. People going to the bank and take out their $100 and get a $35 charge. And some little bank stunter telling me, well, the bank is a foreign card. How freaking foreign it have to be that it worth a $35 charge? It is an automated system. It is a blasted spreadsheet database. You could manage that with one anywhere in the world. It don't have to cost $35. That is robbery. Stop defending foolishness. The banks in Trinidad and Tobago need to be reined in. We need regulation of the finance sector. We need insurance companies that collecting money from their customers. Once your premiums are paid on time, if you have a claim, you must be paid equally on time. We need regulation of the finance sector. Our people must have access to foreign currency. If we're getting $70 billion of US for our oil, where the mother ass that money going? Why only Starbucks and KFC and the alcohol importers? The alcohol importers shelves ram. You can't get medicine, but you could drink your ass drunk any day of the week. My partner Joe Paris, he said I call out your name. I said, Joe, I never call your name. But I see how much branches a bottle stops you opening. Stocked with alcohol. And I want to ask you, because somebody tell me, Sabga get US because they export it. Joe, what do you export? And I had to ask these questions. Because the country doesn't understand why some people could get foreign exchange and others cannot. And if you continue to make it so that some could benefit and others can't, this is not a democracy, it's a lie. It's an absolute lie. And I'm saying to you, all the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you have a responsibility to yourself and to your country to stop stunting, to stop letting people dictate how you live. It is time the people of this country treated the money in their pocket with reverence and respect. Don't leave it sitting down in the bank because the bank eating it up with fees. Take your money and buy land, buy gold, buy silver. Buy anything you could buy because it's better you buy it than give the money to the bank. And you have a responsibility to yourself to stop stunting in these fast food outlets. Because if they say all the country foreign exchange leaving through Price Mart and Courts and Standards and American stores and Fens of Marabella that opening branch after branch after branch, all of a sudden Fens is no longer of Marabella, Fens is of everywhere. How much furniture does these people in this country buy? I don't understand how much furniture you could buy. I don't understand. Because if you, again, had an ounce of self-respect, you would understand that your home is for, what it is? Free expression, not good impression. Stop letting advertisers fool you with shit. You're not supposed to be paying anybody on credit for anything. Nothing. Buy what you could afford. If you're sitting down on a box, enjoy that box. When you can afford a chair, say, hey boy, remember box days? Stop working against yourself. Rich people stay rich, acting poor. Poor people stay poor, playing rich. It is poor people like fools draping gold all around their neck. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You look like an ass. Stop it. Stop it. Let us stop the stunting. Let us stop the wastage. Let us start living deliberate, planned lives. Let us send messages to all those who want to govern this country that the people are not fools. Stop coming on my wall and writing, we like it so. I block people for writing that. We like it so. Nobody like it so. Tobago do not like it so. But if you were living in Tobago where the THA had the authority and the power to destroy your life, you think you could do anything else? All of we just want to talk and point at other people, but we all ass on fire and we ain't talking about that. Time to join together. If you're catching your ass, own it. I tell people that all the time. See, I'm catching my ass right now. I used to tell people, I still tell people, when they ask, how you going? You know, that's your hand, how you going? I say, well, holding on with both hands, trying to keep smiling. That was my thing. Holding on with both hands. They don't have a single person. All this stunt talk, they just want to talk about Phillip. And they want to use my name and throw my name all over the place. They don't have a single human being that could, look, that could walk up to me and say, they help me. Or they give me this. Or I owe them that. Not a single person. I learned in 1999 the value of $1. When I lost everything, I tell all you, I don't own a watch. I don't own jewelry. I don't own anything. When I told Trinidad and Tobago in 1999, when I lost everything, I learned the value of things. I learned the value of relationships. I learned the value of family and friends. I am part of a tribe of people. That's what I am. I am part of a tribe of people, and nobody in that tribe could be in trouble and reach out to me and not get help. Because when I was in trouble, my tribe helped me. And you have a responsibility. Don't gang and all that bullshit. Form a tribe. People on a similar tangent going forward. You don't have to thief and get contract. I mean, I just watch these little stunting jackasses driving around in their very expensive cars. And I know there's fool people. But I wonder what they think when they look in the mirror and they know that at the end of it all, I'm a thief. When they could say that about themselves. I wonder how this feel. Or does it just not matter? Is it that we are surrounded by high-functioning sociopaths? I don't know. I don't know. And it is not that I have a problem with riches and wealth and capitalism and all that. I want everybody to be rich. Trinidad is a country where everybody should be doing well. We should have 1 million millionaires, but we have a couple trillionaires, a few billionaires, and everybody else catching their ass. That is a disproportional distribution of the national resources. That has to be undone and redone. We have to go through the books back from 1962 and find every opportunity that we can reclaim the people's money, asset forfeiture, auction, and put the money back. Share it with the people, all our communities must look nice. All our people must live nice. People must have hope. People must have opportunity. And if we cannot do that, anything else is stunting and bullshit. And they have nothing with me hear what Peter George and Gregory White have to tell you. Mariano Brown and David Fraser. I'm waiting to hear what plans and policies they have to say. Because if they had none for all these years, and all of a sudden after the PP, they know, we open all their eyes. So they come to do a bigger, better we. Because you have a $30 million watch just to go and spend by him. Come now, man. Stop fooling freaking people. It's time for Trinidad and Tobago to fix itself. It's not going to fix itself by taking the same chain up or drinking old wine from new skins. That ain't going to help. That's not the solution. They have a simple solution to Trinidad and Tobago's problem. There is one Progressive Empowerment Party. There can be only one Progressive Empowerment Party. And as I said the other day, the PP didn't come this far to only come this far. There can be only one. And every one of you, as you come on, we will expose you. We taking the hits, taking the lash. Make sure you can justify what you're here for.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can protect our country's faith. But use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, well, the other doubt. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the proven to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time is now that change should come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they dance it, vote them out. State your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out with total skull and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power.
Terminate the rain.
Let's put our country together again.
Coastal erosion. Cedros. 2 house wash into the sea. We have a coastal plan. This country's in jail.
If for 30 years you voted them in,
And it's only tears as soon as they win. If they can afford and they save
your
some,
souls, promising you roads and giving more votes. If they are the reason why the economy could sprout, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the passing laws that them alone can flout, when you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the building eyesores, east, west, north, and south, they say where you vote them in,
noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come out again every Saturday unless we have a meeting. And our public meeting on March 10th, La Joqueta Talparo. You know what to do? Pack the family in the cars and come out. Make it a family outing. Bring your chairs, bring your blankets. Come out. Come and be part of the movement to rescue Trinidad and Tobago. Come on, bring your children and involve them. Bring the elders. Our biggest following is the old people. And let me tell you something that resonates with me, you know. When you see people who have seen it all, who have no reason to get involved other than they still love this country, reach out. There are people telling me every single day, people who have no reason to lie. In fact, today a partner of mine who forever telling me, I'm wasting my time, tell me today, I suppose you telling me this, telling me today, I have no idea of the amount of support we have. He telling me for years, stop, get out of this politics thing, you're wasting your life, you're wasting your time, go and enjoy your life. Tell me today, you had to see it through. You can't stop. You had to see it through. So, come out, bring out the family. This Saturday, noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue, come out. We have cake, sandwich, doubles, palori, all kind of things that come. People just bring things. Come, you could bring things and share. We all have a real nice time. People don't like to leave. That meeting's supposed to be an hour long. It's going for 5 hours. Not that the meeting takes 5 hours, but people just don't like to leave. Once they get together, that vibe, a real Trini vibe. One people under one flag. Come down, 19 Stanmore Avenue. This Saturday at noon. Next week Saturday, we in La Joqueta Talparo. This Sunday, we walking about La Joqueta Talparo. And if you would like to be a part of that, come on, join us as we talk into the people in the community. God, so many messages. They're trying to evacuate people in Cedrus right now as 2 houses have been lost to the sea through coastal erosion. We don't even have a plan for that. This country has a plan for nothing. Stunting and theft. PepTrinbago@gmail.com, peptt.com, Pep app, the Pep app available on any app store, free of charge, 347-4PEP. If you want to get involved with the Progressive Empowerment Party from a position of national security, I want to put all this information out there because people message me all the time to meet with me about things that is become is impossible for me to have all the meetings that people want to have. I try to sit in on as many as possible. All of the constituency members and the constituency executive of St. Joseph and St. Augustine are meeting together with Satish Ramsaran and supposed to be dealing with the Agricultural Society of Trinidad and Tobago, and we are standing with them. If you're interested in getting involved in us standing with the Agricultural Society of Trinidad and Tobago, reach out to Satish Ramsaran and let him know you would like to be a part of that. If you would like to get involved and assist in all of our planning for national security, crime management, Dilwood Braffett, Deputy Political Leader, and he is the National Security Advisor together with Richard Blaze. You can meet and talk with either of them and get involved from that position. If you are a foreign-based Trini and would like to get involved, the best person to reach out to get immediate assistance is Ali G. Ali G is the head of all of the overseas chapters. She runs the New York chapter and she could put you onto all the different people. If you're in Florida or environs, you could talk to Abigail Sinanan, Japon Nathaniel, or Carla Jean. If you're in Toronto, you could talk to Anil Maraj, Marissa Bash, Naz Gafur, but Ali G is the best point person to tell you who to talk to in any part of the world if you want to become a part of the PEP overseas. Back to Trinidad and Tobago. Sarah Nabi, she is also a deputy political leader. She is the person in charge of all of our social outreach programs. That includes the youth arm, the gender arm, and the elders council. Also under her is the animal rights, which is run by Shiva Varma. And anybody who wants to get involved in helping us draft the Animal Bill of Rights, we are doing an Animal Bill of Rights that, together with an Environmental Bill of Rights that would deal with things like coastal erosion, and the Citizens Bill of Rights, those 3 bills of rights we want amended into the Constitution. But the Animal Bill of Rights will protect domestic, farm, and wild animals from abuse, and domestic and farm animals from neglect. So if you would like to be involved, I know there are a lot of animal rights people. If you would like to get involved, reach out to either Sarah Nabi or Shiva Verma. We have an Elders Council, and the purpose of the Elders Council is to start to enunciate all of the problems faced by our retirees and our elders when they come to the end of their working life, or just in the sunset of your years. What are the obstacles to a proper life? If you want to get involved in that, we have a team that is together, the Elders Council. Reach out to Sarah Nabi. Ryan Chinsang is the interim leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party Youth Arm, and that team is putting together a tour of schools, and myself included, as much as I could possibly do. We're going to be going around to as many schools as possible to speak to children, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, children who are aging into their own lives, and want to give them guidance and advice and help them make some plans, and also to get them politically involved, because the future of this nation is not just in those children's school bags. It's on the tip of their finger and the choices that they make. Yeah? There are other people in the party. Shari Wilson has moved from finance, and she's now handling mobilization. She's doing a fantastic job. In fact, the Talparo La Hoqueta walkabout this Sunday. If you want to be involved in that, reach out to Shari Wilson. Felicia Holder is the chairman. Sean Sunarine is the deputy chairman. He is on Facebook as Trini Mamu. He likes that profile. He says everybody uncle. Felicia Holder, chairman. Sean Sunarine, deputy chairman. The party has a treasurer, and we are fully formed and functional. There is an executive. There is a research team. There is an advisory council. The advisory council is busy putting together all of the policies in a manifesto called Reboot the Republic, if you would like to assist with that. If you'd like to if you're a professional, if you're an accountant, a lawyer, anybody, and you would like to come on board and help us take on national issues, because we want to do more of those. And if we could get legal assistance, we will start to challenge further and force the hands of those who are responsible to the people by law. But we need lawyers and legal officers to get that done. Also, we need financial help. We do not have a $30 million war chest of money. We are not part of the 1%, even though they say I am a half of 1%, I take it that, but we don't have 1% money. If you would like to see the PEP becomes what it's supposed to be, come to the office on Stanmore Avenue and see for yourself. See what we do. See literally how we share fishes and loaves. Come and see what we do with the money, because the reality is, and we have teams of people who could give you all the information if you make donations, where it goes and how it is spent. We need your assistance. If we are to rescue Trinidad and Tobago, we need your voice, we need your presence, we need financial assistance. And if what you could do is bake a cake, bake your cake and come. Yes, we meet every Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue meeting. This Saturday, we are going walkabout La Hoqueta Talparo, which brings me to this. We are going to be walking about other constituencies as well. If you would like to host the Progressive Empowerment Party at your place for a cottage meeting, if you would like to bring us for a walkabout in your community to raise issues in your constituency, feel free to reach out to the party. Reach out to Felicia Holder as chairman or Shari Wilson mobilization officer, and we will organize to come into your community. We have quite possibly the best communications team in all of politics. Our graphics team, second to none. And if you want to come on board and assist in any of that, if you're a graphic artist and you would like to help, because you see the high level of graphics and communication we put out. And if you'd like to get involved in that, we have Pet Media. Come and be a part of that. All of those things are available, and we're also open to your ideas too. If you would like to be a part of the movement for change in your constituency, if you would like to be on the constituency executive and help build out your constituency on the ground, we need you on board. Reach out to us, peptrinbago@gmail.com. You can message me directly and I pass it on to whoever it needs to go to. All of these are ways that you can get involved in the rescue of Trinidad and Tobago. We could, all of us, be selfish. All of us. All of us could seek our own interests. All of us. All of us could say, you know what? Trinidad dead. Trinidad sink. It over. We could all say that. And then those who are raping it, they win. This country has the capacity to be doing $120 billion a year, moving up from oil, gas, tourism, and agriculture alone. We could be living in a country that has a $120 billion a year budget, and half of that is direct to the people. It is time we saw the potential of Trinidad and Tobago, looked around at the bounty of resources, recognized the fortitude and the strength of the people, the fertility of the land. This place, Trinidad and Tobago, is Eden, you know. This is utopia. This is paradise on earth. Nowhere else on planet Earth has a pitch lake like ours. Nowhere else has a Tobago nylon pool or no man's land. We had two of the oldest forests in the world. Rowley mash up one. We still have one in Tobago. This country is a blessed, beautiful jewel. And we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, we who born here, we have a responsibility to turn on CNN and see how people treat their country, how they stand for their country. Look at America, watch Iceland, Sweden, Norway, England. Watch the British Parliament, watch Canada. Because as much as people can tell you, those countries have their problems and all countries have their problems. It is how they deal with the problems and how the people interact and involve themselves. We in Trinidad and Tobago cannot continue to be democratically lazy and socially irresponsible and expect our country to grow. If you need a better Trinidad and Tobago for yourself and your loved ones, the time is now to get involved. And the Progressive Empowerment Party makes itself available to you as a vehicle for change. Get on board. Until I see you tomorrow, stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.